Hey, I started a new stream, so I might as well do the preamble again. We're aware we're being surveilled. We don't want it, didn't ask for it, and would like for it to stop. Repeating what we said in the preamble previous, hey, if you know the mechanisms of how this is happening to us, if you could let us know, either at joyandsolace@gmail.com or on our social media at Eternal September at thick.horse, we would enjoy that. We tried to find it ourselves, but it is the nature of a thing like that that, you know, they don't want the person being harassed to easily find the harassment. You know, abuser shit. I'm not going to play music. I do hope folks that came in to have a look make their way back. But in the meantime, let's try to play Vampire Survivors instead. I say that just because it's one of the few things I have currently downloaded that I think is going to do anything. Oh, do I have the sound all the way down on Vampire Survivors? That would make sense. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn those up. And yeah, let's just go with Poracho. Just basic ass run to start with. Poracho in the Mad Forest. That is still slightly louder than I would enjoy it being. So I'll make it less loud. I can. Just gonna crank both of those down by like 33%. All right. We're gonna grab empty tome. So maybe it's slightly hubristic to be told, hey, Tower of Guns has a little too much going on. And may retaliate when losing health. Sounds good. Tower of Guns has a little too much going on encoding wise. Maybe do something else. Huh? Hey, why is nothing... Oh, that's why there's a sort of red outline to those bats. Those are my bats. That is the retaliation. That's the retaliation in question. Wonderful. I don't think I've ever seen this weapon before. I was keeping up on the DLCs for a while, and none of these speak. Yep. Up until the Contra one, I don't think I picked up the actual, like, Castlevania DLC. Although I will say, I think it's fucking hilarious that this game has a Castlevania DLC. Saint Javelin, sure. It apparently combos with the luck out. It's fine. I started talking before I realized the music was a little too loud. It's maybe a little. It's tempting fate a little bit to say, hey, Tower of Guns has too much going on encoding-wise, and then turning up Vampire Survivors, a game well known to be an absolute riot of color and sound. But on the other hand, fuck it. I'd forgotten how, like, and maybe it's weird to say it, or maybe it's not, and if it is weird, I don't care. That's sort of part of the brand. How meditative, Vampire Survivors can be. Part of that is that it just doesn't require a lot of inputs. I can just sort of wander, pose ass around. Just avoiding things. It only gets hectic, you know, in much later levels. Should I try and kill Death? I need the Clock Lancet. If I get the Clock Lancet pop up, I'll go ahead and grab the rings and try and get into bonus time. No, not Silverwind. Oh, I might as well take it. Now more empty town. Tudrasu, let's just take more garlic. I haven't described the Vampire Survivors at all, which is sort of not where I'm at usually. Apologies. It's been out so long, I just kind of assume that everyone knows what it is, but perhaps you don't. Vampire Survivors is a game that kind of created its own fucking genre. The kind of auto shooter thing. So we are currently controlling Poe Racho, one of several characters that we could choose to use. I like Poe because he starts with Garlic, which is just a barrier that extends out from himself that automatically hurts enemies. nice and easy. It goes out in all directions, so I don't have to worry about positioning. Duplicator? What am I using that might be duplicated? The javelins, I guess. Yeah, sure. Everything is done in a, I was about to say a simple pixel art style, but it's not. They're quite good pieces of pixelated art. And we are walking around an empty field as monsters. We found a treasure, which stops our timer. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this opportunity to catch up on my description. We're walking around an empty field with some trees in it, and torches and bushes, a couple of things put out very sparsely. Monsters come at us in waves on a constant basis. We are meant to survive until we cannot anymore. And as we fight, the monsters drop. As we destroy monsters, they drop gems. We pick up the gems to add them to our experience bar. Every time we fill the experience bar, we get to choose from one of several weapons or upgrades to weapons to make the surviving easier. And there are implied synergies and very dev-intended synergies with some of the weapons. The other thing that we can find are treasure chests, like the one we just found. I'm going to pop this open, and we're going to get somewhere between 1 and 5 thingies. So let's see what thingies we get. It is just 1. You can tell immediately. We got an upgrade to our javelins. Which is good. More javelins per javelin. I said that I was going to talk a little more about what's been happening in the life. We did get fired from our work for reasons that are bullshit, and for which we are going to be looking around at our options to counter that bullshit. But as it stands right now, we do not have a job and have no source of income. So we don't really know what we were going to do. We put out a post on social media. We've talked about it already, asking if anyone with a bit of space to take us in for a little while, preferably outside of Oklahoma, could do that. We'd not currently bring a lot to the table, and we understand that, but it's fucking rough out here. We've lived in this state all our lives, and it hasn't ever gotten better. In fact, having come out, it's gotten significantly worse. But short of that, found another treasure chest. I'm going to be changing the way that we stream for at least a little while. I want to do this one-off to just sort of take the opportunity to say the stuff and get to and sort of finish off the week. But starting Monday, I'm going to be streaming every night because as it stands, this is the only thing I have through which I can make any sort of money. I'm going to be looking into other options, but this just became like an endeavor. So I'm going to start on Monday playing Dark Souls, and I'm going to have the PayPal up in the description, I think, or something. I'll figure it out. And any money is tipped to us during those streams is going to go to putting together a nest egg for which to get us away from the state. We could keep going. We could. We could go get another job, maybe, depending on how things are. Things aren't good. But we could try. And if we have to, we will. We would really like to not have to. Let's open the treasure chest. More garlic. Does that max us out on garlic? I think it's at 7 or something. It's at 7. What's the maximum? As we hit pause, I've not described this either, we can see a general grid of a map showing where there are things in the environment that we could go grab. There's a couple of leaves of spinach over to our right. There's a treasure chest that we apparently missed down over near the center. And up on the top left, we can see our currently equipped weapons and what their level is, because there's multiple levels of both. We do need one more to max out garlic. And the thing about maxing out a weapon is that once a weapon is maxed out, then if you have the subsequent, the matching secondary weapon, it can be evolved into a much more powerful version of itself. I hadn't talked about that either. Again, I feel most people who play games on a regular basis know what the Vampire Survivors is, so it feels a little bit silly to lay it all out. But again, perhaps you're not that person. Perhaps this is the first time you're seeing this thing that you've heard of and maybe don't know a lot about. Or maybe you're not doing games at all. This is your first time seeing this or hearing about it whatsoever. You're not as jacked into the sort of apparatus of the game industry as we are. And that's fine. So there are two types of weapons. There are regular weapons, which are things that you attack with, and sub-weapons, which are things that usually convey some sort of stats buff. We have 5 slots for each type. Did I say 5? Yeah, I meant 6. We have 6 slots for each type. Let's go ahead and grab that crucifix and clear the screen. Wonderful. Love to see it. I'll try to talk through the decision-making process a little bit more whenever we get to the level ups. But honestly, for this one, I'm just gonna take garlic because that's gonna be the last one of those, and then hopefully we can evolve it, which we require a treasure chest in order to do that. The evolutions only come when you have the main weapon leveled up, the matching sub-weapon. Does it also need to be completely leveled up? I don't think it does. I think you just need to have it. Which we do, because the sub-weapon for the garlic is Pomoronia. All of the, not all of, but a lot of the text is in Italian. I believe the devs are Italian. Or maybe that was just a choice. Oh, I just ran directly into that. Okay, let's revive and pretend that didn't happen. We could level up the Santa Javelin. We could level up our Clover, which brings up our luck. Okay, so I didn't talk about the Santa Javelin. Santa Javelin is the thing that's happening that is causing those spears of light to come in from above. As we level it up, they come in faster and throw more javelins at once. So base area up by 50, cooldown reduced 5.5 seconds. The Clover raises our chance to get lucky by up to 10%. There's also an axe that we could take. We have a couple of empty weapon slots, so the axe would be a new thing to go in there. But I don't particularly like the axe. Let's keep leveling up the javelin. Oh, hey, and treasure chest has dropped. Go and grab that. It is only a oneer, but that's fine. Oh, there we go. It is the level up of the, or the evolution, rather, of the garlic. What is it called? Soul Eater. Evolved garlic. Steals hearts. Power increases when recovering HP. So now we're a lot more survivable because not only do we have the barrier around us on a constant basis, but it also has vampirism. So if we're a little low on health, like we currently are, we can just let the garlic take care of that. We can upgrade the thing that's causing the bats to come through. We can grab the King Bible, which is new. It orbits around the character. I do like taking the King Bible in addition to the garlic. It's nice having a couple of circular shields that work. Or the duplicator, which fires one more projectile over any of the things that we have, which I just like taking out of principle. Do we have the... Yes, we do, because the evolution... we have the magic wand, which is firing projectiles out from us in little bursts. Taking the level up where it would give it one more projectile, and we definitely have the thing that we need to evolve this. It's the empty spell tome, which generally lowers cooldowns in addition to doing that. So yeah, let's just take that. Let's set ourselves up for success as much as possible. Oh, this is the wave I like on this map, the one that's all the skeletons. Yeah, because the skeletons are quite weak. They throw a lot of them at you at once. But at this point, it's nice to just sort of walk through them. Let's level up our health recovery. It's also a level that's really, really fast. It's also a wave that's really, really fast to level up with. Because, of course, each individual skeleton drops a XP gem, and you're just walking, you're just doing the waffle knife. Let's take the cross. This is our first new weapon in a while. Throws out little cross-shaped boomerangs, a la Castlevania. And we already have the Clover, which is the thing that it synergizes with, so once we get that leveled all the way up, it throws... Oh, what is the level up of the crosses? Is it the burning thing? No. It's not. I'm thinking of the magic wand. There's a... Yeah, the fire wand is what I was thinking of. Just level up our retributive bats. Oh no, the cross one throws out, the level up to the cross is the massive fucking, swords. Right. That bothers me. 8 the Sparrow is here. 8 the Sparrow is a weapon that we could take that would fire in... it would fire projectiles out from us in the 4 cardinal directions. And the reason that it bothers me is because I have 1 weapon slot left. And 8 the Sparrow is different than the rest of them because you need 2. You need this and then another weapon that fires orthogonally to those. So having both of them would fire projectiles 8 ways out from you. And then you have to level up both of them to completion, and then they combine to create something that just shoots out fucking lasers that completely obliterate everything in their path. But I don't have enough fucking weapon slots for it, so we're just gonna finish leveling up the restricted fast, I think. There are werewolves here. We're done with the skeleton wave and the werewolves have come. Hang on. What would skeleton wave be in the genre? I'm sort of thinking like sea shanties slowed down 45%. Like decor, but for sea shanties. Decor's a real thing, right? I mean, it's not, but... in the same way that, like, Nightcore is kind of a genre. In that it exists, people make it, and it has characteristics that are... characteristics that are absolutely indicative of it. But I feel pretty sure I've seen 1 or 2, like, videos of songs that are labeled as decor that are, like, also songs with anime girls dancing behind them, just slowed down ridiculously. Let's level up the magic wand. Oh, there's the other one. I do not know enough Italian to be comfortable with pronunciation, but Fiera di Tufelo is the other one of the 4-way shots that we would have needed. But again, don't have room for it, so we're just gonna finish leveling up the magic wand. There's a treasure chest on Strange. I'm aware that there is a treasure chest on... I'm leaving it alone so that when we do get that last level up with the magic wand, I can grab it and hopefully be able to evolve it straight away. Shouldn't be much longer now. Oh, there's 2 treasure chests on Strange now. What a liberty. Treasure chests usually only drop from, like, mini-bosses. Did I manage to kill something quite large without noticing it? Oh no, there's just one really big werewolf right here. Oh, homing miss. Fires exploding projectiles that home in on enemies. It apparently evolves with the duplicator. So yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and do that. Is that from the Contra DLC? Sounds like it would be. Weapon power-up. Levels up a random equipped weapon, gives +1 revival, does not occupy a weapon slot. Oh. That just sounds good. Or we could I'm just going to finish leveling up the magic wand. Like I said, I was going to, because that's the last one of those. And I can just grab this treasure chest. I'll let it play its cute little song. And there we go. What's it called? The Crystal Wand? Or is that a sex toy? Holy Wand. Crystal Wand is a sex toy. Oops, hang on. Yeah. So there hasn't been any encoding or buffering issues so far. Like, I don't know why Tower of Guns specifically. I went and played Magic Circle. That's a game that's much more... I don't know if it is that much more resource intensive, actually. Because it's largely like empty spaces and tight corridors. Most of which do not have 5,000 things exploding into view to try and murder you. Oh, no, that was a waste. I picked up this fire breath thing. Which is good for taking out, like, massive swaths of enemies. Unfortunately, we are in one of the waves that's just a bunch of tough enemies coming slowly at you in small amounts. I mean, I say tough. I've built my weapon loadout pretty well. They're not standing around for very long. But these mummies are supposed to be very tough. What is the... Oh, okay. There was just a dice on the field. I picked it up and it said dice +1. I guess that gives me one more reroll on the level up selection. I feel like I have not seen those often. I'm kind of trying to save the treasure chest, but let's take this one. We have plenty just sort of sitting around. I think that might be the last level up for that. Oh yeah, where are we at with all those? So homing missile is the thing that I guess we need to prioritize, or cross rather, because it's got the because we definitely also have the synergy weapon with that. So it can evolve, we just need to get it there. Nope. I didn't mean to pick up that screen clear, but it did so. It is just like that sometimes. I don't fucking know what the homing missile evolved form is. I'm really interested to see. I haven't dived too far into the Contra DLC. Played a little bit and got to the cool part where you fight that big skeleton head. But there's another map to unlock in the Contra DLC, and I don't actually know how to do that. There we go. The Seraphic Cry. The evolved version of the Santa Javelin. Oh, no. We can level up the Santa Javelin too, I guess. Critical damage, yeah, instead of the, well, there were 2 treasure chests on top of each other, so that's great. Hey, we got our first 3. And that very efficiently levels up the sword as well, so good. Now instead of little cross boomerangs, we're hucking massive swords. Now instead of a little barrage of javelins that fall in a group, we have massive heavenly light that is smashing from the ground to cause areas of effective damage. We love to see it. Missile. The thing about it is that I don't have. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Fuck it. I don't have a lot to add in terms of commentary to this game. It is for a couple of reasons. First of all, I was about to say there's not a lot to it, which is wrong. There's a lot to it, but the moment-to-moment gameplay is just walking around, letting all of your massive weapons explode around you, and making sure that you don't touch the enemy pixels. There's a great deal of cool shit to do in terms of the in terms of the strategy of building your weapons loadout, and I've been trying to talk through that as I get to it. But yeah, mostly just wandering and letting the massive swords and holy light, and homing missiles and whatever else go off around you. And second is that the state of the game changes so rapidly because we're on a, I don't think I mentioned this part, this is to be a little bit of a, hey, here's a 101 of Vampire Survivors on top of everything else. There's a timer at the top, which is counting up, we're at 23 minutes. At 30 minutes, death comes and we die. Unless we do a whole bunch of specific things, but largely, yeah. So we have is it every minute or every couple of minutes? The waves come in on a set interval. They're all pretty different. I feel like I want to re-roll because none of the Crown gives you more experience per gem, but that doesn't help because we're quite near the end of the game. Spellbinder increases duration of weapon effects, but we don't have anything that really relies on duration. Verona's box is cursed, and I don't want to fuck with that. Armor and reroll. Let's just go ahead and take the spinach, which is just straight up a damage buff. Like Popeye, I'm just now putting together that the reason the spinach gives you a damage buff is because of Popeye, the sailor man. I loved and continue to love learning that Popeye is a non-binary icon. Popeye describes himself as ambiguous. God, that's so many more missiles. Oh, that was a wonderful thing to level up. I need to take that more often if I can get it to do this. Holy shit. And yeah, I might as well just take these treasure chests that I have lying out in the open. Because at this point we've evolved everything we can evolve unless we find whatever it is that... oh, hang on, I can just look that up. Let's open the Grimoire. Which gratefully shows us what things we need to evolve with other things. Oh, so we actually don't know what we need to put next to the retaliatory bats that evolve from retaliatory bats. That's interesting. Alright then, let's just take some random thing the next time we level up and see if we can't luck into it. I could look it up, but I'm not going to do that. Not for this, not right now. Does anything make particular sense for that? Reroll. The skull, maybe? Yeah, maybe that, because the the bats activate when you're attacked, and the skull actually increases the amount you're attacked because it increases enemy speed. Yeah, let's just do that. Fuck it. I don't usually take cursed items like that, but fuck it. Let's do it now. And we have a treasure chest right here, so we might as well see if that works. Nope, it's just leveling up the skull, so I chose poorly. Oh. That was fun. I had forgotten that's what that does. The leveled up Santa Javelins. It doesn't just do the Holy Light, it also occasionally does a massive motherfucking stream clear. So that's cool. Love that for us. Oh, hey, got a 5. Each, the 1, 3, and 5 treasure chests have progressively more showy opening sequences as they cover you with gems, jewels, and money. Candy box allows you to choose any one unlocked weapon. Oh, cool. Shit. What do I want to take? What the hell is the greatest Jubilee? There's a whole bunch of shit in here that I have just never seen before. I want to take the... No, I don't want to take the Clock Lancet. We're way too late into the game for me to do the Clock Lancet stuff. Also I'd need like another open, another open sub-weapon spot. Let's go ahead and take the Lightning Ring, because Lightning Ring, evolves with Duplicator, and we already have Duplicator. So we can get that done. I mean, I say that. I don't actually know if we're going to have enough, like... level up fodder to get to completely upgrading the Lightning Ring before before the Grim Reaper comes for us. Might as well give it a shot. Seems rude not to. Oh. Well, I said that, and then we just got 3 fucking levels in a row. So, hey, thanks. Let's just go ahead and crack open this treasure chest, and now we have the Lightning Ring. So now, in addition to everything else, we're also throwing out chain lightning every half a second. Yeah, and once we're at this point, there's we have nothing else to upgrade, and we can't actually pick anything else up unless it's just on the map. So it gives us an opportunity to just always choose money or health in treasure chests, so we don't have to keep choosing those choices, or when we level up. So let's just always choose the big coin bag, because the Garlic Soulstone is doing a great job keeping us healthy. So we don't actually need that part. So here's the thing, I'm not going to play another round of Vampire. I've just decided. Because as much as I like it, I feel like it's not an experience that I'm making the stream of much. I'm not feeling it as a streaming thing, because I am just sort of walking around. With minimal input. So I might as well just leave the explanation for, 30 or 21 seconds from now, just for no reason. There's nothing that's going to happen in 8 seconds that's going to change the state of play on the screen, surely. Yeah, so we got to 30 minutes, and the Grim Reaper just came. It clears the screen, and the Grim Reaper just comes for you, and then you die. I'm going to hit this revive button a couple times, but I'm going to die again immediately because the Grim Reaper just outputs a shit ton of damage, and you can't actually escape that. Can I? Well, no, I don't have any more revives. Okay. There are ways that you actually can kill the Grim Reaper, but again, I would need to do many more things. So here's the thing. I'm going to go to the break. And when I come back, I think I'm going to play Enter the Gungeon because it's another roguelike that I have downloaded, and it's something that I feel is a little more meatier. Yeah, I want to phrase it that way, I think. So, before I do that, I want to take this opportunity to remind you that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, the lives of people of color matter, that Palestinian, Ukrainian, Sudanese, Congolese lives matter. There are many ways to stand in solidarity with your fellow travelers on this earth, and we like to push for direct mutual aid, as it helps people who are suffering right now suffer less, and people who are suffering less can stand shoulder to shoulder to us that little bit taller. So on the break, I'm going to go to my social media and to the mutual aid hashtag and boost what needs I can. Recommend that you take the opportunity to check out mutual aid initiatives in places you operate, both online and in meat space, because the only way out of this is through, and the only way through this is together. In the meantime, maybe have a snack or drink some water or do a stretch, whatever self-care is useful to you. Restroom, meds, whatever. And I'll do the same, and I'll catch you back here in just a little while with Enter the Gungeon. Oh, hang on. Let me bring up the... let's actually exit Vampire Survivors. And I'll go ahead and bring up the Wiki Roulette. Why not? Let's have a quick look at you. No, we're not going to learn about you. I don't want these to be bummers. The problem with that is that so much of history and indeed current events are bummers. Uh, so whenever a historical figure comes up, I have to look through for just a second and go, are we doing that? Sure, why not? I'm going to go ahead and hit that break now. I'll see you in a bit. Hey there, I'm back. How you doing? Let me just hit this button. And let's learn a little bit about Larry DeMar, apparently. Larry DeMar, Lawrence E. Larry DeMar, also known as LED, cute, is an American video game and pinball designer and software programmer. Known as the co-designer alongside Eugene Jarvis of the classic arcade games Defender and Robotron. Which are not my favorite of the Atari classics, but are still good fucking games. DeMar was a longtime fan of pinball, and he and his family were friends with Alvin Gottlieb, where he sometimes played pinball. At whose home he sometimes played pinball? Grammatically interesting. Graduated from MIT, and during his time there, made notes about the quirks, physics, and logics of the pinball machines he played. After sending letters to Bally, Williams, and Gottlieb with 2 programming faults he had found, and thoughts about the future of solid states technology, he was offered a job by Ken Fedesnad Williams. He initially turned it down to take a job at Bell Laboratories, but quickly reversed the decision to accept the job at Williams. During his earlier years at Williams, he worked as a software engineer. By '93, he was director of pinball engineering. The founder of design firm Leading Edge Design, which is also LED. I guess he got a good thing and you got to run with it, which creates gaming concepts for the casino industry. I call them Atari classics, and indeed they were on Atari, but that's not the thing. A list of games. Defender, Stargate, also known as Defender 2, Robotron 2084, and Blaster. And a bunch of pinball machines. Black Knight. Black Knight! Wow, okay. So here's the thing about Black Knight as a pinball machine. Black Knight, I don't remember a lot about the table itself, but its soundtrack absolutely slams. Jungle Lord, which is not familiar to me. Scorpion, Space Shuttle Pinball Adventure, High Speed, Bonsai Run, Funhouse, and Jackbot. And for Midway, the Addams Family, the Twilight Zone, and World Cup Soccer. Addams Family and Twilight Zone are both really good machines. I've played those before. I remember very specifically there was a back when our mom worked at a pizza place. There was a Addams Family pinball machine in the foyer, and we spent a lot of time playing that. It had a little box. And if you hit the box with the pinball would stick to the box, and then Thing, the hand from the Addams Family, would come out of the box and grab it, and that was the multi-ball lock. Very cute. All right. Let's get in this dungeon. It's not the first time I've said that, and hopefully it won't be the last. A game by Dodge Roll. And published by Devolver Digital. Throughout the galaxy, a legend is told. The legacy of the Gungeon. That thing over there, what with the giant fucking bullets sticking out of it. So I have played the shit out of this game. I think there's not a lot left for me to do, like, in terms of story and even in terms of unlocks. I've just played the hell out of it. It's like, let's go up to the shop and see if there's anything there, but I think there's nothing there. So this is going to be a nice little run through the jungle. Yeah? No. Let's go, pardon me. Let's just go straight ahead, top to bottom. Keep of the Lead Lord, Chamber 1. So, sort of going through the, is that too loud, the volume? It looks just a little too loud. I'm gonna turn down the volumes by like 15-20% or so. That's fine. So, right. Enter the Gungeon is a twin-stick shooter. Well, I didn't mean to do that way. Or that way, indeed. Okay, what's the fire button? There we go. Been a while since I played this game, apparently. So, it's a twin-stick shooter. We are top-down looking at a pixel art dungeon. We're going to go through this door. It's going to open into a room. We're going to be attacked by a bunch of things. We kill all the things, and then we move on to the next room. All of the enemies are bullet-shaped or grenade-shaped. They all look like weapons of some description. Everything in this damn game is some sort of visual or language pun about guns. We're starting off with just a 6-shooter and the Molotov cocktail which I threw, and because I forgot what the buttons did, so it's going to take a little while for that to be able to be used again. Damn it. I was really hoping I could go through the whole place without fucking getting hit. But no. We have a dodge roll with the B button. We roll through things with the dodge roll. We roll through bullets with the dodge roll so we can avoid damage, hence it being a dodge roll. There are tables. We can flip them over to take cover behind them, but I don't usually do that because I forget to. One might, by which I mean I might, here in this moment directly in front of you, wonder about the ethics of person-sized bullets that fire regular-sized guns to fire regular-sized bullets. Are those guns firing bullet children? Is that okay? What the shit are you? Oh, you're an amoeba. Evolver, Tamagun. So I think the gimmick for each of these fucking guns has some sort of gimmick attached to it. The ones that aren't the starter guns. I think a Gunji lets you like evolves the more you fire with it. We'll see how it goes. We found a shop. It's over here. We can't afford any of this because the the door elder over here wants to be paid in keys. We don't have any. But is selling the Ring of Mimic Friendship, the Bracket Key, and the Baby Good Mimic. Baby Good Mimic I would want to take, I think, because I like the sort of pet build, but I don't have that right now. Utility Belt, that's more than we can afford. Fortune and Favor, I don't actually remember what that does. I don't remember what most of these do. So that's going to be fun to relearn. Crunch and Smash. There we go. We could get into that, but it's locked, so we can't get into it as a matter of fact. Just hit a shortcut that will take it back out. So let's go find a door we haven't gone through yet. Over here into the left. Oop. Unless we start seeing like some very interesting enemy types, I'm not going to bother to describe all of the waves of enemies. Largely, they are gun kind, which again is a person-sized bullet firing a normal-sized gun. Or there's these, which are the person-sized shotgun shells firing regular-sized shotguns. Oops. That explodes when they die. Well, let's go ahead and pick that up. Restore our ammo. Our starting pistol, the revolver, has infinite ammo, so we're never left without a gun. But everything else is has a maximum ammo. The Evolver here has 300, which is rather a lot, so I don't feel particularly bad about. I don't feel I need to conserve that ammo too much. But it's always better to get a refill when you can. Oh, there's the boss room. I don't want to go in there quite yet. Let's finish exploring this floor. And then we'll go have that boss fight. Oh, no, come back here. No, I'm not going to get there. There's a little shiny fucker that ran away from me. I think that's the one that drops their gun if you kill them before they disappear, but the point is irrelevant because we are. Because they're gone. They burned that footage. Never gonna see them again. What the hell is this on the map? Cross. Is that the? Oh right, that's the Red Cross equivalent. I can heal. Oh my, looks like you'll need treatment. Definitely. I'm not so sure, because I only have 1 of my 6 health gone from me. I'll come back if I become more hurt. Oh, there's Jelly. Stay back, Jelly. Oop. Gun Evolver has evolved. Now instead of an amoeba, it's a blocking cube. And when it fires, it drops little blocky cubes. I don't know if that's changing the projectile much in any way besides visually. Did we open this treasure chest? We do have a key. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh, hey. We got a heart. The Heart of Ice. Which I think means every time we take damage now, we... Well, first of all of the heart items give you an extra, like, heart of... a extra maximum heart of health. So that's good. And the Heart of Ice, I'm pretty sure, does freeze damage if you actually get hit. Again, been a while. We'll see how it goes. Or I could just not get hit. It would be easy for me. I would simply not get hit. No, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want to open the Omnicom. I just wanted to look at the larger version of the map, and I've forgotten what button does that. There we go. Left trigger. Yeah. Might as well take those two nurses up on their healing offer, since we're about to go fight the boss fight. Great. If you'll just stand over here. They pick up a fairy in a jar, and break the jar over my head. This is what healing looks like. Ha! It did work! Take that, HM Medical Academy! See, the great thing about healing me by smashing a fairy jar over my head is that, yeah, I do hurt from the fairy jar being smashed over my head. But after that happens, the fairy heals me, so it's like I wasn't hurt at all. Here's our boss fight. The Crow Hogan. It's not Crow Hogan. What the fuck are you called? Berserker. Just an absolutely massive crow that picks up the Gatling Gull. Rapid Fire Raptor. It is a massive bird with a Gatling gun. I don't know if you remember Vulcan Raven. What from Metal Gear Solid? Not dissimilar to Vulcan Raven. Oh, and Molotov has, oops. Derp, okay. Everyone haven't used that then, because you walk very slowly, and I can make it so that you're just walking yourself into the fire. Just a real buff bird. Oh, that's fun. The attack and the effects got a little desynced. I just gotta dodge each and every one of these fucking bullets. There we go. A whole bunch more birds come in to just sort of cover the corpse of the Vulcan Raven, and then it vanishes. Did they eat Gatling Gull? Or did they just individually take a little piece of Gatling Gull back to the place where good birds go? Who can say? Laser sight. distorted view of yourself anyway. Excellent. Took out the Iron Maiden. And that just caused a couple of the little gun kinds to show up, and that's fine. They're not a problem. Alright, a lot of Iron Maidens. Just gonna wait for you to open again so I can do shooting. Take out your little gun kind ads. Oh no, Kelly. Ah, damn. Okay, well, I got hit, so yes, apparently Heart of Ice does do that. I was kind of hoping to not be hit all through the boss fight. You get special bonuses if you go through the boss fight without getting hit, which I am capable of doing, but seeing as this is the first time I've actually played this game in months, if not years. Oh. The evolving gun has evolved again. It now looks like a snail and fires a couple of projectiles that look like snail shells. Now kind of a shotgun. Are there other ways this gun can evolve, or is it just a linear? Progression. Who knows? Okay, so someone does, presumably. There's a wiki around here somewhere. Don't want to open it up right now. We found a treasure chest. I have 2 keys. I might as well open it. The treasure chests have increasing rarity. There's like brown, and then I think it's green, then blue, then gold. There's also a cursed one and a rainbow one. What is that? That is the walkie-talkie. We could call in an airstrike, but I think the Molotov is more interesting for me. A rat showed up. If you leave a useful item in a room, if you just leave the room with the useful item still in it, the rat will come by, grab the item, and take it back to its home. Depending on the way you clear the floors, there's a way to do something about that, but it's not something I'm interested in right now. Damn, I really like this snail gun. Those like 3 massive snail projectiles are very fun. I barely have to aim. I mean, granted, I'm using a controller to play this with, so there's already like a generous amount of auto aim. Nope, there's a shop over there, but I can't reach it. So we'll just go around, I guess. Oh. Okay. The snail gun is no longer a snail gun. Now it looks like a bird mouth. Oh, okay, so it fires a beam that is like a tongue. That's cool. We sort of can't see it as it fires because we have a laser sight equipped now, and that's sort of doing the same job. Oh, it homes a little bit. That's cool. Not that way. No. This is bad. Right, here we are back up in the shop. We could buy a machine pistol, which I kind of don't want to do. There's a Void Core assault rifle. I don't want that. It's not a bad gun. I could use it. It's just I am really enjoying the Gunvolver. We could also just grab some armor just to be safe, or a key. We have plenty of, I was about to say money, and then I was going to call it gunny, but it's neither of those things. It's shell casings. We have 107. The armor would be 30, the key would be another 30. We can just get both. I don't want any of these much more expensive things right now. So yeah, sure. If we have more keys, we don't have to be so stingy with them. Oops, just dodge roll through that. Incredible wall of bullets. Oh, the bird tongue keeps just like auto-targeting whenever it's out, huh? That's cool. Oh, there's a boss fight. Don't want to do that just yet. Want to see if there's more treats and treasures we could go get a hold of. Oh, there's the holder eye. I really like those. It's like one big eye with cute little squidgies. That's, oh no, it's a mimic. Oh no, it is a mimic. That was terrifying for just a second. Okay, cool. But hey, look what it dropped. It's the Heck Blaster. It's Earthworm Jim's gun. Oh, no. No. How? What the fucking... There we go. I really liked Earthworm Jim growing up. It's a shame that that dude's wildly transphobic. The creator thereof. So fucking transphobic, he can... I'm gonna say it every single fucking time I remember it. So transphobic that he made the character of Earthworm Jim canonically a repressed trans woman. If you play Earthworm Jim 3D, that is what that ending is. I would find it funny if it weren't so frustrating. Here's an eater box. We can throw 2 guns in the eater box and it will spit out a second gun. A sort of combo gun. Which I kind of want to do. What do we have? I do not ever use the sawed-off shotgun. There are 2 empty slots in the muncher. Feed your current gun to the muncher. The muncher looks like it could use another gun. Let's go with the Heck Blaster. The muncher eyes your gun hungrily. The box clearly chews up and spits out a frog. The Bubble Blaster. I'm not excited to see you. We will go back to the Evolver. It fires bubbles as a projectile, just sort of like bloop out forward. I find them difficult to control. I think we'll have much more success with the Evolver. What rooms haven't we gone in yet? Let's have a look at the map. Is that everything? Yeah, let's just go do that boss fight. The big skull door opens, and it's, oh good, the beholder. What are you called? Beholster, the evil eye! Exclamation point. We'll just dodge roll through your eye beam. Avoid as best as possible your homing missiles. It's not that possible because I'm supposed to shoot them out of the air, and the gun I'm using does not do that because it locks on. But that's okay, because that gun did such a good job that the beholster is dead now. Again, did not manage to get through it without getting hit, which is okay. What's this ring? Ring of chest vampirism, blood from wood. Oh, I guess if I blow up the treasure chest, then I can get healing out of it. Again, a thing I probably would not do. The gun's evolved again. It looks like it's a rocket launcher now. That's a lot of ammo for a rocket launcher, though. It's got wings. Let's just go ahead and test fire you. What are you like? Oh, no, that just fires a projectile that starts slow and then accelerates. But it sure does smack everything apart. Oh, I wish you fired a little faster than this. I regret giving up the Hex Blaster now. Well, this also isn't the ideal room for this gun. In order to get to the end of this run, presuming that I don't just, die, I might have to go a little later than usual, but it is Friday. Is something that would matter to me if I was still currently employed or not. But it matters to other people. Of course, there does not currently appear to be anyone in the chat. If you are there, but just remaining quiet, hello. You do not have to speak up. If you're watching this as a VOD, it doesn't really matter what time it is to me. I'm always in the past. To tell me what the future's like. Did it all work out okay? I get cynical sometimes, and it's because it's actually a really good way to predict what's going to happen. But I do hold out hope. I do know I am not picking up that gun. It's called the Hammer. It fires hammers. but because it doesn't fire bullets specifically or something very likable, it is a cursed weapon. We are not going to pick it up. I do not want to deal with the cursed stuff. Well, hey. I think as a community, a species, a group of people living on this planet, however you wish to phrase that idea, we get to the other side of this. It's gonna suck. But I don't think it ends in the worst case scenarios. Do I want to take a heart rocket or do I want to take a Vorpal gun? I'll take the Vorpal gun just to have a backup. Even though I do still and will be remaining to use the Evolver as my main. You could use a reload box. That's sort of out of my hand, but other people like that. Like, this is something September said even on stream, and it's something that I agree with. It feels really fucking bad right now, and the reason for that is because it's really bad right now. But the reason it's really bad right now is because a lot of, like, everything that's happening is unbelievably unpopular. And, like, in order to keep the cycle of cruelty and abuse that, the vast majority of our world is built on, the very few people who are interested in keeping it going are having to expend an incredible amount of energy. So yes, it is worse right now than it has ever been, but that's because that's what keeping that machine going requires. And there's not a lot of more energy they can feed into that machine until they just don't have anything left. Until there's enough of a balance shift that it can start going the other way. I think we're starting to see that, honestly. Like Sep said during the Jalopy stream, like, it's not any one thing that stops the top spinning. It's a bunch of little things. It's drag and gravity and wind resistance. And so the thing to do to help is literally anything. Just not nothing. Oh, crap. Alright. I would really like to open that chest, but I need to acquire a key to do that, and don't have one. It's fine. I don't think I've come across the shop on this floor yet, so I can wait for that. I'm just sort of lounging on our couch. We move all of the stuff all of the personal computing stuff into the living room to sit on our makeshift end table in front of the couch. And there are reasons that we did that were like psychologically useful. But right now I'm really enjoying being able to play this game just sort of in repose. Oh no, I can't get through there either because I need a key for that. Damn. Oh no, the shop's down here. You have a key available? You do. Crud. Is it going to be more useful to open that door with that key or to go open that chest? How about this? We'll go to that other door that we haven't opened yet that doesn't require a key. Go through there and see if we can't get a key out of whatever the hell's down there. Oh, you're big. That, ooh. That living armor with a sword. Well, apparently that was the only room on this path, and the person did not drop a key, so we're still back to that question. I think I want to open up that door and see where it is. Oh, hey, it's, shit, I don't remember your name. The game show host. Alright, cool. Break the targets, win a prize. Pay 35 casings to do a thing. Okay. Shit, we only have 3 more shots for me to take out all of these targets. Well, I did not hit a single one of those because it required me doing vector calculation in my head, and I was not doing that on the fly today. Alright, let's have this boss fight. What is it going to be? The Gunwitch? Yes. Or, you're not called the Gunwitch. What are you called? Mind Flayer, right. A sinister bell rings. Well, we can mostly avoid you. Okay, we just gotta avoid those ricochets as they bounce off the back wall. Oof. Rougher than I remembered, but we did get there. Pick up all these fucking hegemony coins that don't mean anything. Blooper, choose your blue. Okay. I mean, it just looks like a shotgun to me. Let's go ahead and use this, starting off this next floor and see what it actually does. No, it just looks like a particularly hefty shotgun. Nothing wrong with that. There's a little gun jail. We need a couple of keys to get up in there and open that chest, but I don't have any right now. We'll come back around. Forgot about the fact that you explode when you die? Uh-oh. Well, here comes the fucking spent shell casings. Little zombie fuckers running at me. Undead. Alright. I don't like using the... I don't like using the word zombie, usually. I try not to. Because that's a term that comes from, like, religious practices that aren't mine. There are other words we can use that aren't appropriative. Really should have been taking care of that reload, but did not. I don't know, I think I'm better served by the evolving gun. Especially because I'm like almost out of ammo with the blueprint now. I'm almost out of ammo with the evolver too, damn. Hang on, let's switch over to the warpole then. It goes Snickers snack. Ow, please stop. Oh, right, that's what the Vorpal gun does. It deals critical hits. You, screaming head, please get out of the middle of the room. Let's go ahead and grab that. Partially refill all of our guns. So we can go back to using the gun revolver because I wanted to see what else this fucker evolves into, honestly. Damn it. I'm trying not to get hit, it just sucks. Ow, okay, sure. Could get cleaned out by an ice swamp, why not? Hey, how you doing? So this is absolutely a language. that I could probably read if I knew what it was, but I don't know what it is. Instead of that, I will just peruse your wares. There's a barrel, or duct tape, or a napalm strike, and I don't think I want any of those. Hey. A shrine of glass. Pray at the altar. Which I think means, yeah, we get 3 glass Ioun stones. The Ioun stones just sort of circle around you. Other ones do other things, but the glass ones just kind of act as a shield. They block bullets if they come into contact with the Ioun stones instead of you. But when you take damage, they break. Go ahead and refill the ammo and buy a key. I'm like 2 shell casings short to get a fucking key, which is a shame. Please, no, please quit. Please stop. Please quit summoning little... Well, fuck. Alright, well, that's the end of that, I guess. Killed by your own slow reflexes. I might argue that I was killed by that wizard bullet. Whatever. That's takes us to exactly 11 o'clock, I guess. Nope, 11:03. Well, I'm just gonna call the stream here then. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks to anyone watching this, whether live or as a VOD. I hope you're having a good time in the time and space you occupy. I'm Remy of the Free Association. And like I was saying before, the next stream is going to be on Monday. And I'm going to be streaming every night that week and possibly out into the future. I'm going to start playing Dark Souls, and we'll see how that dark goes. No, probably not. That doesn't sound good. I'll figure something else out that's better than that. So yeah, that'll be it. Until next time, I love you. I want you to stay alive. Take care of yourselves and look after each other. We'll see you later.